what? We're back. We're live.
Come on, listen to Jess. She got her shorts best. Come on, listen to Jess. Because shorts best.
Hey, guess what? It's just the Ska Kid and the night of the round table.
Give points.
So, the previous hour, we were going through our email, playing Bandcamp notifications, and playing Cards Against Humanity. So if you're just joining us, please pull out your deck, find one online, or feel free to be witty enough to respond. We're going to read a card before we play the song, and then we will give the answers once the song is done. We're multifaceted here. However, to begin things this evening for part 2, we're going to play some revolutionary music here. We want you all to be involved. If you didn't know, today was, at 5 o'clock, the last day that most people could go ahead and get an absentee ballot to vote. Be aware of what's going on. I don't know how I feel about voting right now, so I'm not going to talk on it. It's a very cerebral argument I have, and I will spare you on my platform this evening. However, lots of people do believe in voting, so don't let them fuck you over. However, start paying attention to, now that we're all in lockdown, what rights are being taken from us, as well as what they're doing while all of us aren't allowed to do anything. Specifically 5G, okay? So anyways, we're going to play some Pissed Officer for you. This is called, oh gosh.
Pass it on.
This is called It's Loading, but I have to read a card first.
Yes.
Ready for the card? Michael Bay's new 3-hour action epic pits blank against blank. In Michael Bay's new 3-hour action epic, it pits blank against blank. cum pile. So, Michael Bay's new 3-hour action epic pits assassin black woman against mouth herpes? My gosh. FYI, Atticus is watching with me. He's helping pick the answers. Hi guys! Thanks for watching. Thanks for paying attention. Thanks for playing. Alright. Michael Bay's new 3-hour action epic pits, putting baby in a corner against an emergency root canal. Michael Bay's new 3-hour action epic pits Nickelback against silence.
Oh, that's pretty good.
So, my friends, if you're just joining us again, we're playing Cards Against Humanity and playing things off of Bandcamp. Alright, let's see. We did that one. We did this one. Let's see. Let's see if this is music or if this is just merchandise. Merchandise! New items available on Bandcamp. Madeline has new items available on Bandcamp. It Is What It Is, record combo, an autographed tour poster, their logo tee, and a can koozie. You can find all of those things available currently on Bandcamp. Let's see if this is the music. They also released Viva La Madeline tee. Oh, it's pretty cool. It's a reaper playing a mandolin. And a Madeline, it's an armadillo and raccoon character, Skankin' Yeehaw tee. All right. Let's see. The Routes from Groovy Records. Let's see if this is actually music or just more merchandise you can purchase. Bandcamp does that. Anytime you post anything on Bandcamp, it will release, it's music! So anytime you post anything on Bandcamp, it sends a notification to those people who follow, who get the emails that you put merchandise or music on there. So we're practicing the safer at home sort of thing. The whole country pretty much is in lockdown. Did you know there's 27.2 million Americans, and only 2 million of us are in lockdown, so 1 million of us are still allowed to meander about freely, because there's several states that have told Trump, fuck you, it's not a problem here. Coronavirus is a problem everywhere. This is a global epidemic, and it does not discriminate. We're all human. If we can come out of this learned nothing, we are all human. We are one species. We are one race. We are human. That's it. Fuck all of the other things that you want to utilize to segregate us. If you want to identify a certain way because you are proud of color, gender, sex, origin, nationality, ethnicity, etc., you do have a right, sexual orientation, whatever the fuck it is. If you are proud of those things and you want to identify as such, that's great. They should not be a determining factor in who gets monies for what things, who gets health care, who gets certain privileges. We are all human, and this affects all of us. So please don't let your rights get squandered and taken away. Jeremiah, thanks for joining us in Michigan. I hope that you all stay safe. This is The Routes in This Perfect Hell. Peeling Face is the name of the song. Kiff, you want to read? If you're just joining us, we're playing Cards Against Humanity. We're going to read a card, play a song, then read the answers. Feel free to join us by posting your answers. We are reading them.
Hey, baby, come back to my place and I'll show you blank.
I'll show you blank.
Growing out of my skin, why does never back in? Show my face.
Wait, what the fuck are you texting, man?
Think of Mr. Clay. I'm on sea, but I live a lie. On my team, I perfected my act. All the years, had a scene exposed. Being fear, double connected. If you think I'm not, from a bitter and twisted, love me inside. Feeling face, losing faith. Feeling face, got a case. Feeling face, losing faith. Feeling face, terminal case. Got a verbal foundation. Need a pure
Really?
What you see, cold-blooded reptile.
Hi, Chris.
See me smiling, it's just outside. I'm a walking case of a Jekyll and Hyde. Walking in my state, make mistakes, getting loose. Could be shady, I'm a tiptoe tide. Everything, I'm a getting kept in its place. Push and switch, and I'm a different man. No one can help, nobody understands. Feeling face, losing faith. Feeling face, got a case. Feeling face, losing faith. Feeling face, terminal case.
So that was The Routes. In This Perfect Hell is the name of the album. And that was Peeling Face. If you're just joining us, we're playing Cards Against Humanity. We're playing Bandcamp notification emails that come through to me regularly. Hello to you out there in New York and Michigan and other hot spots in the United States affected by Corona. Also to all of our friends who are on the front lines dealing with this as essential workers who work in food service, at a grocery store, delivering beer, or most importantly, our doctors or nurses who are, they're fighting for their own lives every day, and they're fighting for your life and other people's lives as well. And so hats off and kudos to you guys. I watched a news brief the other day where somebody was interviewing an ER doctor in Chicago, and that ER doctor was like, oh, hold on, we're getting a call from an ambulance. And the interview continued, and the interviewer was like, oh, so how's that patient doing? They're like, he coded, he's fucking dead. Whoa, this has become their lives. This is scary, this is hard, this affects everybody. Stay the fuck home. Right now, it is really big and popular for people to be releasing these live stream shows. You're not staying home if your band's getting together to practice. Does that fucking suck? Yup. Do we have the technology so that you can all practice your parts at home? Yes. You need to exude a little bit of self-discipline and stay home. We all need to stay home. Is beer essential? No. Is weed essential? No. Other drugs? No, they're not essential. Unless you need diabetes medicine or something that you have to go to an actual real pharmacist to get, stay the fuck home. Stay the fuck home. Plan your grocery shopping trips so that you don't need to go out every other day. You should be able to foresee a little bit into the future and go, oh, I can stack up on much needed things for several weeks. This doesn't mean hoard items, because that means that those people who did try to plan ahead and are hoping that the rest of you are doing it are spending a lot of time trying to be out finding essential items that they need themselves. You need to be considerate, and you need to be self-aware, and you need to exercise self-discipline.
Yeah,
So,
for real, I haven't been able to find a can of Lysol since
it started.
Since this started, so...
And that's important. We are still continuing our show. Our platform will just go to what we were doing before when bands couldn't come on. We're doing phone interviews and playing music that people are sending us. And so, with that being said, go ahead and read your card.
Let's go here. Hey, baby, come back to my place and I'll show you trying. Hey, baby, come back to my place and I'll show you a disappointing birthday party.
Is that one that doesn't have cake?
Oh.
Our daughter's birthday's Tuesday, by the way. She feels disappointed.
Hey, yeah.
But she says she wants to make her own self cake. She did a pretty good job the other day.
Hey, baby, come back to my place and I'll show you officially no longer giving a shit. Hey, baby, come back to my place and I'll show you a pyramid of severed heads.
So if you're just joining us, we're playing Cards Against Humanity and playing music. I think this is what we're going to do during this next few weeks here. We do have the Red Flags next week. We're going to do a phone interview with them unless they tell me to fuck off. But I don't foresee that happening. We were Friday supposed to have Stupid Fascist. However, we all agree that we will be pushing that back until they are able to actually come on in person because that's what they feel most comfortable doing. So,
I mean, I also had a show in Racine that obviously got canceled. It was supposed to be
the first Rules CD release
yes,
party.
and Stupid Fascist was supposed to come like several weeks ago, and we rescheduled for that because like things
Happened.
got canceled. So, and then everything is.
If we keep doing what we're doing and you boost your immune system and you exercise and you drink water and you wash your hands and you stay safe by following the rules, I know it's against human nature to stay away from people. We have technology that lets us connect though, and so we need to utilize those means right now instead of touching each other. It's like a little kid at the candy store who just can't stop touching things. Fucking be the adult. Slap that hand away. Stay the fuck home. The Paranoids have new merchandise on Bandcamp. So that's one way that you can help people. Also, there is a stimulus relief for musicians and other artists. You have to be able to prove that you are an artist in some sort of way, via receipts or shows and things like that. All of the information is available on our page, so go ahead and read that news article as well. So the shirt that was just released by the Paranoids is called Earth Shirt, by the way. New music for you on Bandcamp. What do you want me to play?
Oh, that's the same band again.
The Routes?
Yeah.
I don't know if that's the same. Yeah, it is.
Yes.
Skeletons. Part-Time Punks Session by Torche. Pure Narcotic. We Are All Atomic. Or Off Key in Hamburg.
Maybe not that one.
This one?
Sure.
We Are All Atomic. Let's see if this one will play. We Are All Atomic. Alright, part 4, because I can read Roman numerals. Yeah? Is it long? It is long. I can change it. Maybe. No, I can't. Yes, I can. Ooh. Part 2?
Yeah.
Time out. Before we play We Are All Atomic by Spotlights, This is part 2. Instead of coal, Santa now gives the bad children what? Instead of coal, Santa now gives all of the bad children what? You get it, right? I'm the best soldier ever. We Are All Atomic by Spotlights. That was part 2. So instead of coal, Santa now gives the bad children, oh no, hold on, a feverish vision of their disappointing futures. Hi, Max. Santa now gives the bad children a super soaker full of cat pee. Oh, wow. That's gross. Instead of coal, Santa now gives the bad children low-hanging fruit. Aww. Instead of coal, Santa now gives all of the bad children intimacy problems. Ah! You know why? Because that way the dumb can't reproduce. Just kidding. Hey, if you're just tuning in, I'm highly offensive, but I hope that makes you think. We're playing Cards Against Humanity as well as playing music from Bandcamp. Our show's like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. And legit, we have no clue. I just get emails from publicists and Bandcamp notifications, and I play. That's what we're doing. We're playing what we're sent. Hi, Leslie and Maggie. I hope life is good to you currently, that you are healthy and well, and that you are maintaining some semblance of sanity. All right. Ugh. Let's see. More groovy records. Let's see. Holy crap. Those Blue Caps and the Dyna Jets. Which one do you want to play?
Blue Caps. Blue Caps.
French stuff?
Kid likes French stuff.
Alright. Los. And that's not French.
I read it wrong.
Paraguay.
I couldn't fucking see it.
Paraguay.
I'm blind.
Los Blue Caps. Paraguay. No me dejes solo. Anyways, we'll play that in just a second. Read your card, sir.
When I am president of the United States, I will create the Department of Blank.
Los Blue Caps.
I love that shit.
Paraguay, 1969 through 1972 LP. No, me. Dejes solo. Dejes. Alright, go ahead. Read your card.
That was rocking.
Alright. Oh no. Go ahead.
When I am president of the United States, I will create the Department of Pointing.
You would.
Elect me for pointing prez. That's funny because I did that once. When I am president of the United States, I will create the Department of Horrifying Laser Hair Removal Accidents. When I am president of the United States, I will create the Department of Lost and Stolen Bic Pens and Lighters. When I am president of the United States, I will create the Department of Whipping It Out. When I am president of the United States, I will create the Department of the Sound of a Toddler's Skull Cracking Against the Pavement.
I like that one.
Because why not?
So, just as an update, yes, we're still doing our show. We will be interviewing bands via the telephone and playing the music that they send us. The Red Flags is next week, and we're just gonna keep plugging along. If you want to support anybody that you hear tonight, go to Bandcamp. If you're bored and have a surplus of money since you can't go out and like hit the bar or the club every week, go buy some music. Buy it. Stop just like free streaming it. Yes, it's fun to do that. It's easy. It's accessible. But everybody is currently hurting. And for these people who release this as their actual means of existence, please, please, please go ahead and support them. As well as stay the fuck at home. Stay the fuck at home. If you need Samuel L. to read that to you, we can play that for you as well if you want. But you can catch it on our page. So, Groovy Records also released the Hanky V- one?
Sure.
Or Jess and James, which one?
The Weirds.
The Weirds. Let's see.
Eek.
All right, Groovy Records, honestly, follow them on Bandcamp. They have a lot of really cool music. Thank you all of you who have tuned in and played tonight. This was a lot of fun. For the empty dates that we have in this next quarter, that's what we're going to do. We're going to do this. We do have coming up, I think it's next month maybe. It's going to be viewer's choice, which means that I want you to send us music we've never heard about so that we can play your stuff. This is like PBS.
The end of this month.
No.
Or was it? No?
It's May.
Okay.
May. April, May, June is the next quarter.
We just entered the next quarter. April, May, June. Because we just finished January, February, March. We're all dying. It doesn't fucking matter. If you here are some numbers for those of you who like numbers. Right now, our federal government and our Department of Infectious Disease and Allergens, or whatever the fuck you want to call them, says that if we all follow the stringent rules of the stay-at-home, we're looking at 240,000 people dead. Oh, okay. Pretty large number. However, if you continue to go the fuck out, we're looking at 1.2 to 2 point something million. The United States has only slightly over 3 million people, so I mean, if you only want 1,000 of us or 1 million of us left, keep going out. Think this won't affect you. I have a coworker whose uncle is dying right now from this, and we know other people who have been affected by this. We know someone who, him and his wife both have it. They are currently recovering, but have been for about a month, and it's still kind of touch and go. Some days they feel okay, other days they're really close to death, and they don't know if they should call a doctor. They're stuck between a rock and a hard place because they don't have income and they don't have insurance. So, what do? This doesn't discriminate. and it's killing lots of people. Do your part, give a fuck about humanity, and please stay home. Wash your hands, stop touching things. Yep, I just rubbed my nose.
I've
haven't
been
left.
touching my face like the whole time.
I haven't left this house in 3 fucking weeks. So I'm ready to kill everybody here. Everybody here. Everybody here.
Me.
We are open and inclusive. If you feel like you're on the brink of dying and you'd like to like vent to somebody because it's really bad for your mental well-being to be isolated, you can call us. Go ahead. Facebook allows for an interface that you can call, or you can actual video chat. So we're open to those things. I won't ignore you guys. I will try to keep up with all of the messages that we receive, because I actually give a fuck about every single one of you out there. And though I am crude and cold at times, it would seem, it really does come from a place of love. I give an overwhelming amount of fucks about humanity, which is why I want us all to be able to come out of this alone.
And just because I don't care doesn't mean I don't understand.
Wow.
Woo!
We're gonna read a card. It's my turn to read. Ready? I've enjoyed this. Thank you so much. Blank. The struggle is real. We're gonna play Hangy 5, right? -1, so that's 4.
Yeah.
This is sold out. Holy shit. I so far
that
have
sucks.
really been enjoying
Oh, the
all of the
groovy.
groovy record stuff. Go ahead. This is called -1. Blank. The struggle is real. I really like it. I really liked that. The hangy V or 5 -1. That was really cool. I really liked that. -1 was the name of the song. Blank. The struggle is real. Male pattern baldness. The struggle is real. Making it out alive. The struggle is real. Reluctant anal. The struggle is real. Whipping a disobedient slave. The struggle is real. I didn't hear what the card was, but my answer is Rush Limbaugh's soft, shitty body. The struggle is real. Good job, Anson. Can we all agree that like hallucinogenics and marijuana? Okay, mushrooms, LSD, ketamine, which has already kind of become legal, and THC, all of those things can be legal now, right? Like, we have nothing better to do but just do that. Can we just do those things? I'm an advocate for drug use. Because all of us like something. whether that be food, sex, human interaction, music, etc. We all have a certain drug that just drives us, and sometimes they're enhanced by other drugs. We drink wine, we play music. You might be an author who likes to smoke a bowl and do something else. You might like to have a spiritual awakening by taking acid and working out. I'm just saying, at this point, if we're all fucking locked down, my friends, go ahead. Everything should be legal now. Just saying. Just saying. Vote for Jess. Vote for Jess. On your absentee ballot, go ahead and write in Jess the Ska Kid. I want to see how many fuckers do that just to confuse the powers that be. We're going to play one more song and read one more card, and we will be back next week with the red flags, unless they tell us fuck off. Otherwise, it'll just be us doing this again. Which, of course, I always encourage participation. What do you want to hear?
Brazilian nuggets.
So most of my Bandcamp is infiltrated by Jolly Jackson and Groovy Records, just so you know. Okay, go ahead, read your card. What does Anson say?
What day are you live next week?
Tuesday, Thursday.
Ah.
Tuesday, Thursday. Every Tuesday, Thursday. Every Tuesday, Thursday, you can catch us live. Also, we are sharing other people's live streams. I know that on Saturdays, Supernova International Ska Fest has a 2-hour snippet that they're doing of an interview and live performance. It's like people are just catching on that this is a way to be able... We got so much shit for doing this show, and now everybody's doing it. I don't mean to toot my own horn, but I knew y'all come around eventually. Supernova has been postponed for a year, but on Saturdays I will be sharing their stream. Last Saturday was Chris Murphy. This Saturday is Dan P. Cooley Ranks is your host.
Murray.
I said Murray.
You said Murphy. I guess not. Anyways, here's the card. What is Batman's guilty pleasure?
And this is Brazilian Nuggets, Back from the Jungle, Volume 2 with Blow Up Dixie Me. What is Batman's guilty pleasure?
Deixe-me, baby, eu te quero mais. Deixe-me, baby, eu te quero mais. Eu não sei o que fazer pra ver você feliz e ficar comigo tudo azul. Se você não quer mais meu amor, arranje outro mundo, você me faz até um favor.
It's our daughter's birthday too. Records, man. Check them out. Super awesome. Brazilian nuggets, deixa me. Okay, my friends.
What is Batman's guilty pleasure?
All right, hold on.
Oh, it's snuff porn. And then, what is Batman's guilty pleasure? Dressing in a costume and beating people up, but as Superman. What is Batman's guilty pleasure? Dead parents. Good one.
Pretty good.
What is Batman's guilty pleasure? Menstrual rage.
You poop a lot.
You yell a lot too. What is Batman's guilty pleasure? The WNBA.
All right, my friends, it is the top of the hour. We're going to go. We'll catch you next week. And Tuesday will be a sneak peek of Thursday. If you're brand new to watching this thing, we'll play some stuff from the Red Flags. Thursday, we'll do the phone interview and play the rest of whatever the Red Flags send us. And as this goes along, if for some reason bands drop or things like that, please keep watching the page. Send us music. We are only as good as what we receive from the rest of you. So tonight was super fun. Thank you so much for playing. This will be, I know the 23rd we don't have anybody. So we'll be doing this again on the 23rd, which is super fun. So keep tuning in, paying attention. Post. If you are in a band or you are an artist or you're trying to support somebody right now during the tough ridiculous that is our current life, post that shit on our page. Please post those things on our page. I want our community to grow because when the dust all kind of clears and everything is settled, the new world order will be that we all give a fuck about each other, and that means building each other up. We're going to put aside our petty differences and the ridiculousness that separates us and care about each other. That means making sure everyone has food, education, health care, and the vital means to survive so that they can thrive and flourish. That means that we don't cast out the most difficult. We have a few difficult ones ourselves, and we haven't thrown them out to the zombies yet, even though we want to.
No, they're getting fucking close.
My whole argument is this. If during the new apocalyptic regrowth of humanity, if you are a fucking fool, no, you're not going to be cast out of our tribe. In fact, you'll just be enslaved and be forcibly loved into being cared for, because I don't want anybody to dissent and then start a war against us. We're not going to do that. We're going to make sure that everybody has resources, and they won't be allowed to fight us. You are able to put people down and still care about them in a certain way. So, if you feel alone during this time of need and need to reach out, shoot us a message. Feel free to give us a call via Facebook. And we will be back Tuesday night and next Thursday with the Red Flags. Okay?
Thanks.
Bye.